Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome you all the student of class 11 for our next lecture for the chapter that is elements of group 1 and 2. This is our third lecture for the same. Today student we are going to solve some of the numericals. So here is the first numericals which state that sodium forms ionic compound. What is sodium? Sodium is your Na. It forms ionic compound means they carries ions at that is your cations or anions. This sodium forms ionic compound having formula NaCl, NaH, Na2CO3. Okay, this is the question. We are supposed to explain the question. The question, what is the question? The question is sodium form ionic compounds having formula NaCl, NaH, Na2CO3. So here we are going to explain it. Fine. So pay attention over here student. Let us rewrite the formula of the compound of sodium showing charges on the concerned acidic and basic radical. Okay, what is the first formula? It is NaCl. This NaCl compound, in this Na carries positive charge. The positive charge is your cations. Okay, when any elements carries positive charge, it means it getting converted into cations, and the elements which carries negative charge, it means it getting converted into anions. Okay, so here first formula NaCl. In NaCl compound, Na carries positive charge, Cl carries negative charge. The second compound is NaH. In NaH, here again Na carry positive charge, H carries negative charge. Your third compound is your NaCO3. Fine. Here we are writing this Na2CO3 in this form 2Na. Okay, 2NaCO3. So here Na again carry positive charge, so 3 carries minus 2 charge. Here how the charges has been distributed. Na how many times it is there? It is there 2 times. And plus 1 charge is there. 2 ones are 2. So here 2 ones are 2. So Na carries positive charge. 2 Na is there. Plus 1 for the first Na. Plus 1 for the second Na. So here 2 plus. Fine. So here CO3 carries minus 2 charge. From these compound, all of these three compound, it is seen that in all these compound, Na carries one positive charge. Okay. In NaCl, Na carries plus 1 charge. In NaH, Na carries plus 1 charge. In Na2CO3, Na carries plus 1 charge. Okay. So here Na carries one positive charge in all of these compound. The Na plus is from Na atom. Here Na, your sodium atom is there. It will liberate, it will lose one electron. It will use it one electron. Okay. This your Na atom will use one electron. Then it get converted into Na plus. Okay, remember student, when any of the element liberate or lose corresponding numbers of electron, depending upon how many numbers of electron it has been lose, it will carries that much charge. Okay, here Na atom has losing one electron. Fine, so it has been getting converted into Na plus. Fine. This happened because the electronic configuration of Na. What is the atomic number for Na? Na atomic number is 11. Fine. So here we are writing down the condensed electronic configuration neon. means 10 electron has been done. Okay, then what is there for the 3s1? So this is the condensed electronic configuration Ne 3s1. So here you see there is only one electron in the valence shell of sodium atom. Okay, how many electron is being present in the valence shell means the outermost shell? Only one electron is being present. So it can be easy to lose one electron as the ionization enthalpy of sodium atom is low. Okay, here the ionization enthalpy is also being low. So here student, the ionization enthalpy of sodium atom is low, so it will liberate, it will lose one electron. So student, Na ions form plus one charge and it is stable, and it is near to the stable electronic configuration of the inert gas neon. Fine. When it sodium will liberate, when lose one electron, its electronic configuration will move towards the stable electronic configuration of which element? Of neon element. Okay, fine. Because when sodium will lose one electron, it will contain 10 numbers of electron. So it is near to the stable electronic configuration of the inert gas neon. So here student, in all of these compounds, sodium well carries positive one charge. Fine. Let's move towards the next question. Explain the absorbed value 496 kilojoule per mole and 737 kilojoule per mole of the first ionization enthalpy of sodium and magnesium respectively. Here the first ionization we have studied what is ionization enthalpy. What is ionization enthalpy? How much amount of energy required to liberate the most loosely bonded electron from an isolated gaseous atom. We have studied. Okay, this is your ionization enthalpy. We have studied in detail each and everything in our previous lecture. Okay, so what is ionization enthalpy? The amount of energy required to liberate the most loosely bonded electron from an isolated gaseous atom. What is first ionization enthalpy? The first ionization enthalpy is nothing but to liberate your first class electron from an isolated gaseous atom. Here the value for first ionization enthalpy of sodium and magnesium has been given. So let's see the solution. As the electronic configuration of sodium is neon 3s1 and that of magnesium is neon 3s2. Fine. Sodium atomic number 11, magnesium atomic number 12. Here the electronic configuration of sodium is neon 3s1. We are writing down the condensed electronic configuration. Fine student. And for magnesium neon 3s2. So here during the first ionization only one electron is removed from a neutral atom. How many electron will be removed? First we are having the value for first ionization enthalpy. So only the one electron will be removed from that particular atom. Sodium first ionization enthalpy, it will lose one electron and it get converted into Na plus, that is sodium cations. While magnesium, it undergoes first ionization enthalpy, it will lose one electron and get converted into Mg plus, Mg cations. Fine. So here the resulting Na, your resulting Na means your sodium is isoelectronic with neon. Obviously it is isoelectronic with neon because now it containing Na has lose one electron and get converted into Na plus. So here it having 10 numbers of electron which is having similar to the neon. So sodium we have studied isoelectronic configuration. So here sodium is isoelectronic with neon and therefore this stable. That's why sodium has low value of ionization enthalpy. Why? Here it formed the unipositive magnesium ion's energy is required to unpair these electrons in the valence shell and also remove one electron to form the ions having electronic configuration neon 3s1. Here magnesium when it will liberate one electron, it will contain now 11 number of electron as its atomic number for magnesium is 12. When it liberates one electron, it will containing 11 number of electron and its electronic configuration will change to Ne3s1. It is not as stable as sodium. Magnesium is not stable as sodium because Na when it liberates one electron, it having the stable electronic configuration of the inert gas neon. Whilst when magnesium when it liberates one electron, its electronic configuration will change to Ne3s1. So here magnesium Mg plus is not as stable as sodium since it does not correspond to any inert gas. Therefore, the first ionization enthalpy of magnesium is higher than that of sodium. Due to this reason, the first ionization enthalpy of magnesium is higher than that of sodium. Now, student, let's move forward towards the next problem. What is the oxidation state of sodium in Na2O2? Right? We are supposed to find out the oxidation state of sodium in Na2O2. Here is the solution. The peroxide species is represented as O2, that is your peroxide. It carrying -2 charge. Fine. Whatever your compound is there, whatever. Here we are supposed we have done NaCl. In NaCl, Na carries +1 charge, Cl carries -1 charge. +1 -1 it will give you 0. So remember student, any compound, whatever be the compound, that compound is electrically neutral. We have studied NaH also. In that Na carries +1 charge, H carries -1 charge. So +1 -1 it will give you 0. One more we have done, Na2CO3. In Na2CO3, Na2 carries +2 charge because two numbers of Na is there. And CO3 carries -2 charge, +2 -2, it will be 1. So remember student, any compound, it is electrically neutral. As we know, the peroxide species is represented as O2, 2 minus. So O2 carries -2 charge. Fine, O2 carries -2 charge. So here Na2 will carries +2 charge. So here Na is 2 times. Okay, we are not supposed to find out the oxidation state of Na2. Here is the question to find out the oxidation state of Na. Now we know that the oxidation state of O2 is -2. So the oxidation state of Na2 will be +2. Okay, but we are supposed to find out the oxidation state of Na. Here 2Na is there. Okay, 2Na. So 2 divided by 2 plus 2. Na2 carries +2 charge. So Na is there twice. So +2 divided by 2, we are getting +1. So here is the answer. The oxidation state of Na in Na2O2 is +1. I am repeating it again. As O2 carries -2 charge, Na2 carries +2 charge. We require the oxidation state of 1Na. So 2Na is there. For 2Na +2 is there. For 1Na, we are supposed to divide +2 by 2. We are getting +1. So here Na carries +1 oxidation state in Na2O2. Here is the next question, student. The atomic radii. What is atomic radii? The distance from the nucleus to the outermost shell. The atomic radii of sodium, potassium and magnesium are being given, which is 186, 227 and 160. For sodium it is 186, for potassium it is 227, for magnesium it is 160. So why is there difference? As Na and K belongs to the group 1, sodium and potassium both belong to group 1. Potassium has larger valence shell than sodium. As we move down the group, here the atomic radius has been increasing. Fine. So here potassium and sodium both belongs to group 1, but potassium has largest valence shell than sodium. Therefore, the atomic radius of potassium is larger than that of sodium. Fine. While sodium and magnesium belongs to the same period, as we know, down the group, in common sense we have studied that down the group atomic radius is increasing as the number of shells is increasing, while across the period atomic radius is decreases because here the number of shell is same. Similarly, sodium and potassium belongs to the same group, but potassium has larger valence shell than sodium, therefore potassium is larger than that of sodium. While sodium and magnesium belongs to the same group, as they belongs to the same group, they both have the same valence shell, but the nuclear charge of magnesium is larger than that of sodium. Fine. Number of proton is more in magnesium as compared to sodium, as magnesium carries plus 12 and sodium carries plus 11. Okay, so the nuclear charge of magnesium is larger than that of sodium. Therefore, the valence electron of magnesium are held more tightly and its atomic radius is smaller than that of sodium. Therefore, plus 12 will attract the numbers of valence electron more tightly in magnesium as compared to the sodium, as sodium carries lesser nuclear charge than that of magnesium. So here student, sodium in comparison between sodium and potassium, potassium having higher atomic radius as compared to sodium, as the valence shell of potassium is more than that of sodium. While in comparison between sodium and magnesium, sodium is having more atomic radii than magnesium because the nuclear charge of magnesium is larger than that of sodium, and hence the valence of electron of magnesium are held more tightly and its atomic radius smaller than that of sodium. Hope you all have understood. Revise the slide. Okay, take a practice, study well student, do your best, take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you student.